Hi guys, welcome to the next episode of the Burnley career mode, and we've got the return match with AC Milan to come. What a game that promises to be. Win this game, Burnley, tonight, and they will absolutely be top of the tree and be qualifying for the next round of the Europa League, and one can hardly wait for that. Should be interesting, should be a great game. Also later to come, we've got Leicester against Newcastle, and Leicester and Newcastle, sorry. But let's kick off episode 6 with that highly anticipated and highly charged game. Sell out at Turf Moor. There's probably around about 22,000 that managed to pack into Turf Moor, and what a match they saw. Remember, if we won tonight, we would go into the last 32 of the Europa League with 2 games to spare. Could we do it against the 7-time European champions? Let's get to Turf Moor and find out if we could. Well, the Europa League in full swing. A win for Burnley here tonight would put them right in with an opportunity, and they make one change from that victorious match at West Ham. Tom Davies comes in for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, otherwise the side is unchanged as Burnley look to make it 4 wins out of 4 and qualify for the last 32 of the Europa League. Well, AC Milan beaten by a goal by Robbie Brady a fortnight ago. Look to get a little bit of revenge, and again Seamus Coleman leads the side, and Higuain and Yedda. Higuain especially had a great opportunity. Bonaventure played terrifically well, but it's going to be a tough ask again for Milan, who still, believe it or not, remain second despite their defeat a fortnight ago.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Well, Turf Moor, very cold, very chilly, but white hot atmosphere for this Europa League game. A game that could put Burnley through to the last 32 with 2 games to spare. And away we go then. It's a big deal this for Burnley. Their first European campaign since 66-67 season. And they've done really well so far this season. Here's Dolberg with the first effort. A little tame across the floor, but Pepe Reina was able to gather that in. 7 times actual European Cup winners, Champions League winners, but throwing hard times, but they have got back into the European swing of things in the last few years. But here's Barnes now with a big chance. Terrific save by Reina, and it's in off the crossbar! Ashley Barnes! 1-0! A little bit lucky perhaps, but he deserves that. Great save initially by Reina, then Barnes just smashed it in off the crossbar, just to make sure that it actually crossed the line. Yep, just about. The hold of the ball, remember, has to cross the line, and it did just that easily. Barnes does it, makes it 1-0, and it's his first goal in Europe this season, and what a time to get it against AC Milan. Wow. 7 minutes gone. Ashley Barnes scores in Europe for the first time, and Turf Moor now rejoicing. Gudmundsson. He's lost it. Ben Yedda is through. Still Ben Yedda, good challenge and a chance. So it's Castillo with the effort, and Tom Eaton behind the shot. And that's a good ball through to Gudmundsson. Good lightning attack that from Burnley, but they lost possession in the end. Now Gonzalo Higuain. First appearance at Turf Moor for AC Milan. And Higuain with a shot! A little warning sign there for Milan that they're not here to make up any numbers. With Higuain in the side, they've got every chance. Frenham has shot into the side netting, and Burnley will be delighted that was the case. Little flick on by Barnes, the goal scorer. And Dolberg is going down there, but no foul. Trippier. Lovely ball, Gudmundsson. Oh, lovely switch of play and a lovely ball in! Oh, a tremendous save by Pepe Reina to deny Brady. Still on the way, and then the shot in by Defoe over the top. That was a remarkable save by Pepe Reina in the build-up to all of that. Could have been number 2 there, but for the spoiling save from the former Liverpool goalkeeper. And the atmosphere now is absolutely electric. Castillo. And Ben Yedder has made a terrific pass, but he's offside. Just timed his run a little bit too early. And that was enough. Burnley's free kick. Heaton. Trippier. Gudmundsson's first touch a little heavy. Davis needs to win that ball. Now Kasper Dolberg. He's for a little mini drought at the moment, Dolberg. He's still Burnley's top scorer with 14 goals. Barnes has now scored 5 in both European competition and Premier League competition. This is Barnes again. I try to show too much of that to Musiala. Castillo. Vignetta. Now Coleman. Foul there on Seamus Coleman. Not picked up by the referee. Did play the advantage, but no forthcoming there. Taylor plays a little bit more into the path of Gudmundsson. Dolberg is on the far side. So too is Brady. Looking to get a good run in there for a cross, and Dolberg was almost found. Final 5 minutes of the first half. 1-0 still to Burnley. Moving away. Vignetta. Brady doing tremendously well. Now Trippier. Lovely ball down the line. They're not picking up Kasper Dolberg as well as they would have liked to have done. 2 added minutes incidentally at the end of the first half. He did really well, but he's giving it away. So Tom Davis was superb as well. There goes the whistle. And it looks as if Taylor may well get a booking at the end of it all, but we'll check that later. But Burnley lead. Ashley Barnes on 8 minutes. First effort was saved by Reina, and then he smashed it in off the crossbar. And they're on course for 4 out of 4. They lead at the break by a goal to 0. Off we go again in the second half here at Turf Moor. So the spring stand, Real Betis are beating Olympiacos in Spain. Swing stand, Betis will now be in second place. Milan dropping to third. If things stay the same. It's important that Milan up there came in the second half as well. Lax out. Trippier do magnificently well. Now Brady. Dolberg. Brady again. Lovely ball around the corner. Now then, big chance for Dolberg. Yes! 2-0. Kasper Dolberg with a well-timed goal. Boy, did he need one, because he went for a mini drought. And that will do his confidence a world of good. Patient play. Barnes with the assist. And the Burnley right foot did the rest. Number 2 for Burnley. And they're well on course for 4 wins out of 4 in this group. And a place in the last 32 beckons for the Clarets. Sending out a message to the rest of the competition. Kasper Dolberg gets his 5th goal in the Europa League this season. And then also a goal of very timely nature, not just in the Europa League but in his Burnley career. It's his first going around about 3 or 4 games, and what a moment for him. Bit of confidence boost to that one. That second goal, 2-0 down to Burnley. We'll have to go to the King Power Stadium on Sunday. Ashley Barnes now. And Dolberg. Trippier. Remarkably well, but he lost possession. Looks out has gone away down this near side, or far side, as we look. A little flick. Heaton's there. Charlie Taylor. Robbie Brady. Went away that time. Brady well in again. And that's a good ball. And Barnes is onside. This to make it safe. And only Ashley Barnes will know how he missed that. Side netting only. Milan have made a change, which we'll talk about in a second, but Tom Davis is going to be replaced by Jack Cork. Done a good game tonight, Tom. Done really well. And now 25 minutes for Jack Cork to see what he can do. Axel has come on to be replaced by Suso, just as he was in the San Siro a fortnight ago. Castillo down the right hand side. Taylor to meet him. The cross was well met by Tarkowski. Barnes to Gudmundsson. Lovely football again. Good patient play. And Gudmundsson back to Ashley Barnes. Real chance for 3! And it is! Wow, this Burnley side now are purring, and some now. Ashley Barnes makes it 3. He's second of the night. And that puts the game beyond any doubt at all. And also puts them through, barring accidents, into the last 32 with 2 games to spare of the Europa League group. And into the last 32 they will go. Pressure off for 2 games. And Barnes makes it 3-0. And Johan Berg Gudmundsson being saved up for Sunday in mind against Leicester. 2 big Premier League games against Leicester and Newcastle. Well, what a performance in the Europa League. You can't get much perfect than 4 wins out of 4. And now Barnes on to hopefully complete a hat-trick. Oh, he almost did. He did everything right, smashed the shot in, which maybe smashed it a little bit too hard. Went flying over the crossbar. Meanwhile, Milan have made a substitution, which we'll confirm to you in just a second or two. Ketty has replaced Bonaventure. Okay, just like the first game in Milan. Dolberg to Brady. Oh, he's done well, Robbie Brady. Absolutely superb. Cork! Another good move from Burnley. They do love to pass the ball about a bit, and that was a good effort. Good dummy as well, and all of that by Barnes. Both teams making their final substitution. Milan have made theirs, and Burnley about to make theirs at 2. Stephen Defoe, number 16 off, and the number 17 on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek about to enter the fray for the remaining 8 minutes for stoppage time. Running over the corner. Cutrone has replaced Ben Yedder. And here's the corner. Loftus-Cheek. Good strike! And not very far away by the substitute. Oof. Well, 4-0 would not flatter them one little bit, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things. But AC Milan have really not been, well, they do look aside a shadow of the former selves, but let's be fair. This is a big win tonight and a big statement of intent from the Clarets. Barnes tries to get in there, no foul. 4 minutes to go. Burnley cruising to victory now. 2 wins against Milan in the group stages has really given the rest of the Europa League to sit up and take notice of this very dogged Burnley side. As the shot comes in and wide. We're going to stoppage time at the end. Suso with the shot. Away from Tom Heaton the ball went and just shaved the right hand post for a goal kick. Well, the Italian side will go back to Milan with their tails between their legs on a really freezing night here in Lancashire. They've really had a footballing lesson taught into them. Seconds remaining. Burnley back to form, and their strike force back to form. 2 goals for Ashley Barnes, should have been a hat-trick really, and 1 for Kasper Dolberg. His mini drought over, and they were just too good for a Milan side who just weren't up to standards. Gattuso will feel very annoyed by that, but Ashley Barnes won't. Denied a hat-trick while he blasted over, but 2 magnificently taken goals. And Burnley now, barring accidents, are in the last 32 of the Europa League with 2 games to spare. What a result. Final score here, Burnley 3, AC Milan 0. Fabulous moment for Burnley. We have officially qualified for the last 32 of the Europa League with 2 games to go. We're now 7 points. Is it 7 points? No, we're 8 points clear. 2 games left. We can't be caught. We're going to finish top of the league and we have qualified. So we've got 2 games left. Real Betis away and Olympiacos to finish the thing. We can get 5 wins out of 5 or 6 wins out of 6. That would be superb. Now then, back to league matters. We hold a 3-point lead over Manchester City after 11 games. Spurs have just gone third, having won their match. Man City have got Manchester United coming up on the same weekend. So it was important really that we got our result here away at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City no slouches, that is for sure. They're 5th in the league, so they're doing really well at the moment. 19 points they've got, so 10-point gap, but Leicester doing well in 5th. Now we go to the King Power Stadium. Can we get 3 more points in this second match against 5th place Leicester City? Let's get over to the KP and find out. Well, here we are in the rain at Leicester, and Burnley are joint top scorers along with Manchester City on 22 goals each. Spurs are 21 and Wolves have 17, completing the top 4. But it's all down in fact to those 2 in your picture, Mr. Barnes and Mr. Dolberg, why Burnley have scored so very highly this season so far. But they are joint top scorers, as I say, with Manchester City. They face the Leicester side with Jakupovic in goal. And then it's Pereira, Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire and Ben Chilwell at the back 4. Chowdhury and Ndidi are the 2 holding midfielders. And Gazal, Maddison and Diabate, the 3 further forward midfielders, and Kitchen and Nacho gets the nod up front. Well, the Clarets coming off the back of that fantastic result against Milan in midweek. Welcome Tom Heaton, the captain of course, in goals. Trippier, Tarkowski, me and Taylor, the same old back 4. Then Gudmundsson, Loftus-Cheek, Defoe and Brady, and the fearsome twosome of Barnes and Dolberg up front.
Thank you for attending the King Power Stadium.
Well, it's a great atmosphere, there's no doubt about that, and I think it should be a fantastic game of football. Burnley top of the league as things stand, already guaranteed the last 32 spot in the second half of the season in the Europa League. And away we go then, Leicester City kicking off. And this really will be a tough test to see how Burnley really do go on. You've got Newcastle coming up in the third match of the episode. And I want to go into it with another timely victory here. Pass to Dolberg. A little bit misplaced the pass there from Kasper Dolberg. Loftus Cheek getting back there and getting it back to his captain, Tom Heaton. Now Taylor. I'll find Robbie Brady. Chowdhury. Madison. Gazal. Off the defender. Gazal's won it back off Ben Mee, and that will be a goal kick to Burnley. There's the King Power Stadium. Nice compact ground. Used to be known as the Walker Stadium, of course. Gilbert Street, the old ground, is not too far up the road, or the remains of it anyway. That was a fearsome little old ground, Gilbert Street in its day. Right house to some crackers. That's going to be a corner. Came off a Burnley defender. Corporelli in charge in this game, although in real life he has been sacked and replaced by Brendan Rodgers. Leicester City corner, gone short this time. Back across, real chances there for Leicester, and it's tucked away now towards Dolberg, who was the further man forward. In a Nacho, and the shot coming in, that's easy for Eaton. Just takes a couple of bounces and does really well. Taylor. Oh, nice. Incisive football. Can't get Gudmundsson away. Trippier back trying to help out. Well, we're 22 minutes so far in the first half, and it's been a little bit stop-start at the moment. Here's Kasper Dolberg. Back on form against AC Milan with a goal on Wednesday, or on Thursday rather. Now Taylor cutting that attempted through ball out. But then losing it himself in turn. In a nutshell to Gazal, and now in a nutshell again. Gazal, good football this from Leicester. And just both teams trying to cancel, probably just cancelling each other out here. And in that midfield battle, Gazal playing it in and hooked away by Defoe. Now Dolberg, Barnes wants it played and he's through. Big chance this for Burnley. It's Ashley Barnes. Yes! Aye, Ashley's done it again. Burnley get the breakthrough. 33 minutes on the clock, and Ashley Barnes scores. And it was so well worked. Dolberg all the way to Barnes. Got one-on-one with Jakupovic, and Barnes just lashes it in. May have just flicked in off the crossbar, but it's a terrific finish by Ashley Barnes. And Burnley take the lead after 33 minutes, and that's Barnes' fifth in the league this season, and it gives Burnley the lead. Terrific goal. And they go to 23 goals this season in Burnley in the league. Great Philip for them. And they get the throw in as well. 10 minutes to play the break. With Taylor's throw. Went in and that shot, I felt it was offside, but the shot came in, and well, Tom Heaton did well, and he's done well to release Defoe on that occasion. But Burnley have lost it here. They've lost their way a little bit since the goal. The ball played in there towards Ndidi and then hooked away. Defoe will get there first, hooks it forward. Brady. And Dolberg was there too. Gazal. Chowdhury. Ball out of play. 60-40 in Leicester's favour in possessions terms. It means nothing in this game. It's the only statistic that really counts is in the top left hand corner of your screen. Barnes again. Looking to turn that time, and his shot was in the end charged down. We'll play 2 minutes and that will be no more, says the referee. And Burnley have got themselves a lead to protect going into the break, and it came after 33 minutes. Ashley Barnes' 5th league goal of the season to add to the 2 he got against Milan on Wednesday. Fine goal scoring run for him. Half time in the Premier League. It's Leicester 0, Burnley 1. Well, away we go again in the second half. No changes from either side as I can see. It's as you were as regards to 22 players as Burnley get us underway, attacking the goal to our right. And already straight from the kick-off, Kasper Dolberg makes it 2. Well, that was a lightning fast start and a lightning fast break straight from the restart from Burnley. And what an amazing start to the second half, and what an amazing goal this is from Dolberg. Jakupovic never smelt it, and Burnley now go 2 clear, and Dolberg is on 9 league goals this season. And well, that's I make that 14 between the 2 strikers this season, and that's just in league football. And countless more in the Europa League as well. I think Dolberg actually has 5 goals in the Europa League and Barnes just the 2. So you add those 7 on, that's 19 just between them in all competitions. In this early stage, that's quite a potent strike partnership. But they've got that 2-goal cushion now, and Leicester now will have to try and plod us forward as much as forward as they possibly can, in the hope of getting a second goal or getting a goal back. This is Maddison chipping there towards Pereira now. Leicester trying to make something of it. Ben Mee with a good header forward, and now here's Loftus-Cheek looking to get Barnes on his way. Gazal doing terrifically well though for Burnley. Burnley's next opponents, as you can see, coming up in the next game, in the final game of the episode against Newcastle United. Mr. Four gets the ball away, picks out Loftus-Cheek. Now who's making a run for Loftus-Cheek? Barnes is in a little bit of space to his right and almost makes it 3. It was a good effort this from Barnes, struck it well. Jakupovic wasn't moving, the ball was just too high. Well, off comes the disappointing Chowdhury. We'll confirm who's replaced him in just a second, as we see Stephen Defoe now being replaced by Jack Cork. Now just to confirm that Leicester sub, Iborra is now replaced Chowdhury, and Cork has been replacing Defoe, or Cork has replaced Defoe. Still 2-0 to Burnley. 67 minutes have elapsed. Gazal to Iheanacho. Well cut out by Loftus-Cheek, but Gazal has won the ball back. Iheanacho with the shot. Good defending there by Tarkowski. Did absolutely the right thing there. Gudmundsson has a second bite at the cherry, and this is Loftus-Cheek, but the space opening up for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and the effort in the end was so disappointing, as Jack Stevens about to come on for Burnley. James Tarkowski a bit of a rest. Leicester have also made a change, which we'll confirm in just a second or two, as Tarkowski is now confirmed as being substituted. Jack Stevens will come on in his place. Diabate is the man that's come off, and Damari Gray has come on in his place for Leicester, just to confirm that particular substitution. Here's Gazal Ebora, who himself was a substitute and hasn't really made the desired impact as he would have liked. Good turn there, and into the path of Barnes, who hits the post. Barnes again, over. Well, he should have scored there, Ashley Barnes. That's a given, although the ball bounced a little awkwardly as he struck the post the first time around. Maybe he should have scored then. Maybe it was a little bit more difficult. The ball did bounce a little viciously for him, which made it hard to keep the shot down in essence. Still, you in the back, Barnes 9 times out of 10 in the form he's showing to have made it 3 as we go past the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time of the second half. Gudmundsson, that's a nice ball to Barnes. Oh, he turned nicely there. Room for the shot. Good save by Jakupovic. Let's shoot on sight for Burnley now. They're 2 goals up and in complete control of this game. They know they'll be in a great position when Newcastle roll up at Turf Moor next weekend. It's a good turn there from Barnes. And Brady's in behind. Real chance to seal it. Robbie Brady. Oh, he took far too long. And now comes Jakupovic to claim the loose ball. That's all the Burnley fans you can hear in the background here at the King Power. Just 3 added minutes really, and time has certainly run out in Leicester this afternoon. As the ball played in, Heaton having to punch away. Burnley with a little bit of work to do at the end of this game, but they've got through it enough, and a good examination of their title credentials, if you want to call it that, even at this stage of the season. It's been passed with flying colours. Boos for Leicester, but delight for Burnley. Barnes and Dolberg with the goals. Barnes with the first one, Dolberg at the start of the second, making it safe. They had chances to make it even more so, but the damage was done by the start of the second half when Dolberg scored, and Burnley take the spoils and take the points. It's finished Leicester City 0, Burnley 2. So Dolberg and Barnes added again. 3 more points for Burnley as we move away from Manchester City. We've got a 4-point gap, or a 3-point gap really, between them and Manchester City, who again won. So it's anyone's guess. We're now 11 points clear of 3rd place Spurs and 4th place Everton. Leicester dropped to 6 because Arsenal go above them on goal difference, and Brighton, West Ham complete the top 8. So interesting stuff then as we go into our final match. Newcastle at the wrong end of the table at the moment, looking to go to Turf Moor and shock the world. Newcastle actually struggling in 19th place, could do with a win themselves. But Burnley will want to continue with their unbeaten start to the league season. Can they keep on doing it against Newcastle at the Turf? Let's find out. Welcome along to a very sunlit Turf Moor. As Burnley, top of the table as things stand, take on Newcastle, who are second from bottom in the Premier League. And should be a cracking little game here this afternoon. Burnley comfortably top and had a good to comfortable win over Leicester City last week. As they look to try and keep that record going. Same team as Leicester. Heaton in goal, Trippier, Tarkowski, me and Taylor. You know the drill by now. You get the idea. Gudmundsson, Loftus-Cheek, Defoe and Brady, and Barnes and Dolberg. 19 goals, something like 16 goals between them this season. 19 if you include Europa League as well. 14 goals, I should correct myself, in the league this season between them. Newcastle line up with Elliott in goal, Walker-Peters, Clark, Lejeune, Scher and Staphylidis on the back 5. Shelby, Key and Diarmi the midfield 3, and it's Josselin and Mutu up front. So Kennedy and Atsu and Rosie Perez are amongst the substitutes, and it should be a tight old tussle here this afternoon with Rafa's side. The referee today from Oxfordshire is Graham Scott. Away we go. Burnley, need I remind you, in claret and blue. Newcastle in the stripes. Burnley attacking the goal to our right, going from right to left. The first ball played in haste by Goodmanson, but he's lost the ball this time. Shelby to Key. The Army chipping that in. Muto. Shelby. Walker Peters. Tackled by Brady. And fairly, according to Mr. Scott, the referee. Kasper Dolberg on 9 goals this season. Wilson, Hughes, Murray and Deeney, they completing the top 5 with Barnes just outside it. Barnes gets a couple, he'll be on that list as the free kick comes in. That's a poor ball. Just too casual and a bit too hurried. Stephanidis. About to get the cross in, but cut out brilliantly there by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It was brilliantly done. That's a good ball into the path of Barnes to Dolberg. By Dolberg, I should say. Oh, nice turn from Brady. Barnes is lurking. Good tackle again. Nice header one. Now Stephen Defoe. Showed too much of that to Key. He was trying to give himself that extra yard or two space to get a long range shot off, I think. Stephanidis going forward. Modi Army onto Muto. Now Key. Former Swansea man has won at turf ball before in his days at Swansea. Tarkowski to Defoe. And Defoe getting past one man not so badly. Now Dolberg looking for 10 goals this season. Tries to get Barnes in behind, but good disciplined Newcastle defence. Shelby. Yosselu. And again, now Walker Peters signed from Tottenham. Still goalless here, and a very sun-kissed afternoon, even in the end of November, which is quite cold. Loftus-Cheek and onside. Here's the top scorer. It's Kasper Dolberg looking for his 10th of the season, and it's denied by the goalkeeper. It's a good save from Elliott. Gets a little bit lucky, perhaps, the Newcastle goalkeeper, but he earns his luck there against Kasper Dolberg. That is for sure. So corner to Burnley. 25 gone in the first half, and it's Goodmanson to hook it into the danger zone, only as far as Defoe was tussled off the ball. Fairly and clearly, according to the referee, Mr. Scott from Oxfordshire. Tarkowski. Well, to carry the ball some 15 yards. A tough going for Burnley in this first half, it has to be said. Just the one real clear-cut opportunity so far, which is resulting in a terrific save from young Elliott in the Newcastle goals. Here's Defoe now going forward, and he's trying a long range shot, and again a terrific save by Elliott. Really good purposeful run through the centre of the field there from Stephen Defoe, and he's hit his shot low. A little bit awkward for the goalkeeper there to get across and actually make the save, but he did quite well. Goodmanson's corner. Comes out as far as Goodmanson, plays the ball in. Barnes was lurking at the far stick. Taylor's touch was a little heavy. Yosselu to bring it away for Newcastle. But Muto was not on the same wavelength. And then the ball is given away by Burnley, who weren't on the same wavelength themselves. Tarkowski won the ball back fairly. And after Loftus-Cheek trying to get Barnes on his way, can't get it past Kieran Clark. Now Stephanidis to come forward. Well, Diarmi to Yosselu. Diarmi once again. The league leader's been frustrated here by Rafa's battlers. Here's a chance now for Barnes. Off the post. The rebound is, well, was it saved in the end? It looks as if the goalkeeper got a touch here. Goodmanson with the shot. Barnes had initially hit the post from an acute angle. That's a good save. Let's give the goalkeeper a bit of credit. Wasn't the easiest save he's had to make. Goodmanson's corner. And the header comes in. Oh, and it's Barnes. That might be the last chance of the first half. And it would have been a difficult one for Barnes to get it even on target. But alone troubled the goalkeeper. And it still remains goalless as Elliott takes the goal kick. He's done well for his team in the first half. Rob Elliott, the Newcastle goalkeeper. Looks like he'll go in at half time with his clean sheet intact, and he does. Well, the big chances fell firstly to Kasper Dolberg in a one-on-one situation where Elliott made a fine save to deny him, and then later on in the half a great save from Stephen Defoe again by Elliott keeps the scoreline blank. Half time here at Turf Moor. It's Burnley the leaders 0, Newcastle 0. There we go again in the second half. No changes from either side. It's still 0-0. The lead is being held by a very stubborn Newcastle United. But here's Dolberg again. Lightning fast start. Oh, and Elliott has saved again. Rob Elliott with another outstanding save for Newcastle. That was a marvellous piece of goalkeeping, because Dolberg has been certainly a man in form, and it was almost a repeat of the start of the second half they made at Leicester last week. Almost started as they picked off. After Cheek tried to hit towards goal. Here he is now on the ball. Before Shelby did well. Definitely no foul. Loftus-Cheek, good ball. Now Barnes on the turn. That back five of Newcastle has really stifled Burnley, and if you've got, and even when you get past those that difficult back five, you've still got the goalkeeper in front, and Rob Elliott has played out of his skin. That just could not find Brady, that ball from Loftus-Cheek. He's won the ball back to his eternal credit. Barnes turns, gets half a yard of space, and lashes it over. Will be Brady about to come on or come off, and Aaron Lennon about to take his place. Maybe a bit of fresh legs, some fresh impetus, some fresh ideas might be the key here. One thing's for certain, something needs to happen for Burnley. Muto. Staphylides now. Shelby. Given away. Been difficult work for Burnley so far. Barnes. And now Lennon. Good run in this. Three in the centre if he can pick one out. Barnes is there. Still a chance. The shot and a good save. Johan Berg Goodmanson, who had the shot in the end. And he leant back and struck it well, kept it on target, kept it low. It was a very good save. Substitution being made by Newcastle United. The man coming off, or just we'll check that substitution in just before the corner. Clark off. And Fernandez on. Goodmanson's corner. Elliott's punch. Leonard. And the shots, good save. Loftus-Cheek, I think, was the man denied. And credit to Elliott, he had to see through a crowd. And it was a bit of a crowd scene, and it was well repelled. But still Burnley have possession. Having good possession here. Here's Barnes! Break for a long last. 20 minutes to spare. Burnley go in the lead. Ashley Barnes. That's a good ball, and Elliott, who's played out of his skin, had absolutely no chance It's a lovely ball, as you'll see from behind the goal. Bang! Goal number 6 for Ashley Barnes this season comes after 71 minutes. As Loftus-Cheek comes off the field for Burnley's second substitution, and Jack Cork takes his place. Well, that will lift some spirits inside the turf, that's for sure. I'm glad in their hearts. They have been the better team, Burnley, but they found Rob Elliott in superb form, and he's kept them out every conceivable opportunity. Now it's all kick going loose now. Here's Barnes to make it 2, but Elliott again excels himself in the best possible way. Well, this young Newcastle goalkeeper, despite being beaten and could end up on the beaten side, has absolutely excelled himself from here to eternity this afternoon. And Ashley Barnes denied again. Staffelidis has just come off for Newcastle, and Lazar has replaced him. Here's Gudmundson's corner. In swinger. Headed out. Trippier will race to try and keep it in, but he can't. But he'll get the throw. Into Cork. The space for Ben Mee to run into a bit of open country. The shot comes in by Dolberg, which is charged down. 12 minutes to play. Of course, plus stoppage time. Cork wins it. Gudmundsson has to go back this time. It's not been a vintage performance from Burnley, but they're at the moment getting the job done against a real stubborn and mostly unbreakable Newcastle side, who are really frustrated by key periods of this afternoon. As Dolberg goes for goal and just hits it wide. Tom Davies about to come on for Burnley for the last few moments, as we just see that shot bash off the stanchion behind Elliott's goal. For less than 3 minutes almost to go now of the game. I think Burnley should do enough to grab all 3 points at this stage of the game, but you never know. The ball's got a weird way of going out, as Nkangi has replaced Joselu. Burnley now have used all 3 of their alterations and substitutions. Here's Davis now getting a touch of the ball into Dolberg. Still running, and he split the defence. Kasper Dolberg charged around. 3 added minutes to be added on, and Burnley will be scratching their heads despite winning this game. How they've not scored more than the one they have today. And it's down to the goalkeeping of Rob Elliott, the reason why that's been so. But even though that has been the case, Ashley Barnes' 71st minute goal, his 6th goal of the season, was more than enough in the end to win it. Burnley should have won it by more, in truth, but for Newcastle's goalkeeper, who really did excel himself to keep the score at 1, and it could have been so much more for the Clarets. But Burnley stay top and win the game. Barnes' 6th goal of the season is enough on the day. Could have been a lot more, but they'll take the 3 points nonetheless. It's finished Burnley 1, Newcastle 0. So Ashley bails us out yet again. That was a tough old match against Newcastle there. It could have gone either way. Burnley did mess up all the big chances, but in the end it didn't matter. We moved to 35 points, and Manchester City, who could only draw in their game, they're now on 30 points, and we moved 5 points clear. Newcastle remain 6 points from safety after that defeat. Cardiff joint bottom one with Cardiff, and look at Manchester United, 18th place. Can you believe that? Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, in the bottom 3. Unbelievable. That's it though for episode 6. Join us for episode 7, where we've got 3 more big games. Away at Betis, home to Liverpool, and at home to Brighton as well. So some big games coming up to for episode 6 as the season now starts to get towards the halfway mark. I hope you've enjoyed episode 6, and we'll look forward to seeing you in episode 7. For me, JB, have a good one, take care, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.